Level difficulty 4, very unsafe, very unsecure, high entity manifestation. Level 269 is the 270th level of the backrooms. The entities are hostile, including a special type of lighters, howlers, adult facelings and female death moths, but you can also rarely find living statues and clubs, and keeping mental sanity is hard in this level. Floor 269 is an immense, old-style abandoned prison. Every wall is extremely dated and rusty, so touching them is unadvised. It's also unadvised to enter any of the few unlocked cells, since entering them will activate a mechanism that will close that cell forever. It's thought that all the bodies inside the cells are from unlucky wanderers who didn't know how to mind their business. Level 269 is more dangerous than it looks. During the day, it's not a threat, as there are barely any entities around. You will rarely find facelings. However, during the night, things start to get serious. If you see a light peeking around a corner, run away and find a shelter, as that announces the arrival of a lighter, but not a normal lighter. It's a custom Level 269 lighter, and, as the name suggests, it moves at the speed of light, with the restriction of moving once every 15-30 seconds. If you find one in the middle of a hallway, you can consider yourself dead, as it evaporates flesh on contact. Another thing you must be careful about are clubs, as they are extremely active during the night. Level 269 is divided in 3 areas, the main prison, the garden and the void. The main prison is the most dangerous part since it's very limited, and there are few walls to knock on it through to escape. The prevalent entities are floor 269 lighters, clumps and some living statues. While the garden has the most dangerous entities, the main prison is the most sanity-breaking one, as you will constantly hear the screams of the damned prisoners. If the screams stop, that means an entity is near. After a day, you start to become slightly insane, with just some visual hallucinations. After 48 hours, the building will look like it's changing shape, making it hard to orientate in. After 96 hours, you start to suffer every type of hallucination. After 120 hours, mind controllers will start to spawn. It is recommended to stay away from dark zones at the day, and to stay in illuminated zones during the night, but with being insane, it's next to impossible to do so. It's advised to stay in this part as short as possible. There is also a special room, called the guard's room, which contains some weapons and items, but be careful. If you make a wrong step, you will trip in a thread which triggers a bell, luring all the clumps into that room, all while being tied up. YDSGAJPG The only image of the void. The garden isn't properly a garden, but a forest that's estimated to be around 20.000 km². Here you can find almond water rivers, but be careful as you will find small death moths colonies. However, you can use this to your advantage, knowing that, if you hear intense buzzing, that means you're close to a river. In the garden, it is never daytime, since, technically speaking, the garden and the main prison are different realities, albeit having 2 different time cycles. The void is much different than it sounds, as it's an infinite meadow of snow, where the landscape moves along with you. You can access the void by finding a painting. This zone is free from entities, but the snow constantly melts, and it will never stop. Once all the snow is melted, you will fall in an endless, pitch-black fall. The time you fall is related to where you will land. Between 15 and 45 minutes, you will land back into level 0. Between 45 minutes and 5 hours, you will land in level 3. Between 5 hours and a day, you will land back into the main prison. After 1 day, you will land in level 153, but there is an approximately 0.01% that you will land in level fun. Once you land back in the main prison, there is no known way to get back into the void, and you will no longer be able to hear the screams on colonies. There are 4 known colonies, the Republic of level 153, one of the most unorganized colonies, but very friendly. Offers trade with the few resources that they have, and they're localized around the elevator to level 153. They're very well armed but weak against lighters and welcome wanderers to stop by. The prisoners, a colony formed by around 16 members, who are wanderers who either couldn't find an exit or were sent back by the void loop. Hostile and will attack if you get too close. However, they fear facelings, so you can lure one into their base to hoard their resources. They change position every 2 days to avoid lighters. The Insane's an unofficial colony of people who went insane, but still haven't encountered a mind controller. Obviously unwilling to trade or even interact, will attack on sight. Doesn't have a proper base, just roams around. The Outsiders are a colony formed near a almond river in the garden. They are almost all survivors of level 324, very friendly, will protect you. Trivia: the Wi-Fi is almost absent, but if you manage to open Google Maps, it will give NAN coordinates. Some people have reported that they did receive a location, and that is ESP, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Every night, there is a 0.0073% chance that this level spawns normal lighters instead of level 269 lighters. If that happens, they will reset after dawn. Inside the guard's room there is actually another door that leads to level -1, but there's a 0.05% that it spawns, and another 0.001% chance that it will bring you to level and chances you can enter this level from level 324, but with only a 10% chance. You can find a painting of a jail cell in level 0, level 4, level 153 or level 333. You can enter the prison building in level 11. You can enter this level from waiting exactly 420,853 seconds in level -33.1 exits. You can exit this level by going into the void. You have 5 options: level 0, level 3, level 153, level fun and the main prison. There is a 0.05% chance that a door leading to level -1 will appear on the guard's room, and another 0.001% that it will lead to level. If you wander long enough in the garden, you will eventually end up in level 10 if you manage to kill 10 clubs. A door to level 53. There's an elevator